Yeah, essentially. The simple way to say it, yeah. It's the same button twice.
5 things we've learned as startup co-founders.
Yeah. So I'll start.
Cool.
Number 1, be humble, be hungry, and be consistent. Also be confident, but be consistent. Consistency is the key in anything that's gonna take you from one place to another. So it's just like going to the gym, it takes you being there every day and also having the right nutrition as well. So I think the same is also true for startups. 2, your calendar's not sacred, so be flexible. Things are gonna come up and just go with it, especially if it's going to help your business in one way or another. Take a call if you need to take it, set up a lunch meeting. If you have something scheduled, you may have to move it around, but definitely be flexible. Number 3, you don't know everything and you can't. And I think this also leads into my 4th point. You know your weaknesses and work on them. So be better at the things that you're not good at, and definitely be humble about it at the same time. You can't know everything, you won't know everything, but in your specific industry or whatever problem that you're trying to solve as a startup co-founder, know as much as you can about that, because that's going to only help you in the long run. And then for me, the last thing is it's not a sprint, it's a triathlon. So sprint, you're going to just be running, let's say for 100 meters, you're going to be running as fast as you can. But in a triathlon, it's both an endurance and a time event. So you need to be your best selves in all of the different events that are there. So just as much as you have on your plate, try to be the best in that. But also try to move as quickly as you can, because in startup life, things move quickly. And I think for me, those are the 5 things that I've learned as a startup co-founder. What about you?
Thank you. For me, the first item is like productivity. I think being in an office, sharing the space with established company really helps in being productive. That's the first thing that I noticed on the first day in the office. So I think that was very important for me. Culture exposure. We have been talking a lot about what we're gonna do about culture when we have multiple collaborators in the company. So getting that level of exposure from this environment has been really helpful, to us. So yeah. 3rd item is the schedule. I think your calendar, as Darren said, is gonna change during that day, so don't just go with the flow. I mean, and I take Darren's explanation was perfect, so I take that. So 4th item is get out there. I think being out there means just like getting as much feedback as you can and listening to people. Like, people have really good things to say sometimes. So take that in consideration, and it's really important when forming the business, because people have different views, and that one of them might be really important when building your company. And the last item is mental health. That is actually related to the culture, right? Companies today are very progressive in many ways, and they're very concerned about mental health. I think we should be very concerned about mental health as well since the beginning, because we want to build a very positive, progressive, and growing environment where people feel safe about anything, and they feel extremely happy about the work that they were doing with us, with Twilight. So for me, these are the 5 items, yeah.
All right, there you go. 5 things we've learned so far as startup co-founders.
Thank you.
Guys.